Oliver, we are back here again discussing bank fines for a major bank, this time in the United States, but the bank is British. What has happened this time?
So the latest issues is Barclays. We're back talking about Barclays' conduct again, and the latest allegations, we don't know what the settlement is yet or what the fine might be, but the allegations concern Barclays' dark pool. Now, a dark pool is a trading venue for trading shares, but away from the public exchanges. And it tends to be used by big institutions who want to trade large blocks of shares. And if they do that on the public markets, there's a chance that the size of their trades drive down the price as they're making the trades. So they like to do it away from the public eye in these dark pools. So the question here is how Barclays ran its dark pool. There's several of them, one of which was run by Barclays. And there's two allegations that have been made in the US about the way Barclays runs its dark pools. The first is that it routinely routed client trades towards its own dark pool rather than taking a view of all the possible trading venues available. It favoured its own venue. The second is that it claimed that its own dark pool minimised the risk of aggressive trading from high-frequency traders. There's a lot of high-frequency traders in these dark pools that often act quite aggressively. And Barclays told its clients that it ran its dark pool in a way that reduced the risk that they would be trading with these aggressive high-frequency traders. The allegation in the US is that that's utterly false and that there were a lot of very aggressive traders inside the Barclays dark pool, and Barclays hid these from its clients.
Okay, but this time we're talking about the New York State Attorney General. It's not, they're not federal prosecutors this time. Does that diminish this at all? Is it less important?
I don't think it does. This is a civil case run by the New York State Attorney General, as you say, but nevertheless, the publicity is out there. They've released the details, the allegations. Barclays hasn't responded yet, and it could be a very big settlement they'll have to pay. Barclays shares down about 5% today. That's wiped about £2 billion sterling off its market capitalisation. Maybe that's the kind of size of fine that markets are pricing in. So I think the prosecution in this case is not quite so important. It's just another example of potentially allegedly
But what does this say for the changes that were meant to have taken place at Barclays over the last couple of years since Jenkins has come in?
Well, clearly it's very bad for that. Antony Jenkins has been chief executive for almost 2 years, and the whole time he's been preaching this message of cleaning things up, being the go-to bank and getting rid of all the bad behaviour. But some of this misconduct, this alleged misconduct, happened as recently as March and April this year. So clearly it's still happening, and clearly, if true, the message, Antony Jenkins' message, hasn't got through. So as an investor in Barclays, you've got to ask, what else is there still to come out?
Okay, very interesting. Thanks a lot, Oliver.